So picture this. Your phone buzzes again. It's a friend asking for a favor you don't have time for, or even a coworker piling on extra work you didn't sign up for. You want to say no, but that little voice creeps in. Don't be selfish. They'll be upset. You'll seem rude. So you say yes, and inside you feel that knot tighten. Sound familiar? We've all been there, but here's the thing. Setting boundaries, saying no, carving out space for yourself, it isn't just okay, it's essential, and science backs that up. And today, we're diving into why boundaries aren't about pushing people away, but about protecting something vital. You. This isn't just advice. It's a chance to rethink about how you show up in your own life. So let's explore why setting boundaries might just be the kindest thing you can do for yourself and for others. So what are boundaries? Think of them as invisible lines you draw, lines that define where you end and someone else begins. They're not walls to keep everyone out. They are gates you control, deciding what comes in and what stays out. Psychologists define boundaries as limits we set to protect our time, energy, and emotional well-being. And here's why they matter. Without them, you're a sponge, soaking up everyone else's needs, guilt, or demands until there's nothing left of you. In 2014, a study in the Journal of Occupational Health Psychology found that people who struggle to set boundaries at work report higher stress, burnout, and even physical exhaustion. Why? Because when you don't say no, your brain's stress response, it stays on like a car engine revving with no brake, and over time that wears you down. But it's not just about work. In relationships, unclear boundaries breed resentment. Ever felt angry at someone for asking too much only to realize that you never told them where the line was to begin with? And that's on us. Boundaries clarify, they protect, and they let you breathe. Now let's flip it. What happens when you do set healthy boundaries? The science is pretty clear and pretty exciting on this too. First, your mental health gets a boost. A 2019 study from the Journal of Family Psychology showed that people who set clear boundaries in relationships, saying no to unwanted demands or carving out personal time, report lower anxiety and higher self-esteem. Why? Because boundaries reinforce your sense of control. You're not a doormat. You are a person with worth. And then there's also this ripple effect. Psychologists call this emotional regulation. When you protect your energy, you're less likely to snap at loved ones or spiral into guilt. A 2021 study in Personality and Social Psychology Bulletin found that boundary setters feel more authentic in their connections. Saying no to what drains you means yes to what fills you up, like time with people who respect your limits. And here's the big one. Boundaries reduce burnout. The American Psychological Association links poor boundaries to chronic stress. Well, I guess I solved my own conundrum today. Only to those who practice them. You see, I cut in and cut back out there. They're more resilient, these people. It's like putting on your oxygen mask first so you can help others if you are gasping for air, because you can't help anyone else unless you help yourself first. So boundaries aren't necessarily selfish. They're a gift to everyone around you. But let's be real. Setting boundaries isn't easy. That little voice pipes up. What if they get mad? What if they leave? And they might. I know about 5 people in my life that do these things when I set boundaries. But it has to be okay. And fear of rejection is wired into us. Psychologists say it's a survival instinct from our tribal days. But here's the truth. Research from a Journal of Social and Personal Relationships show that healthy boundaries, when communicated kindly, strengthen relationships, not break them. People who respect you will adjust, and those who don't, maybe it's a sign to let those people go. So let's get introspective. Think about your life right now. Where are you saying yes when you mean no? Maybe it's agreeing to plans that you dread or taking on guilt that isn't yours. What's that costing you? Your peace, your energy, your joy? Now, imagine this. What would it feel like to draw that line? To say, this is my limit, and mean it. Not with anger, but with quiet strength. Picture the weightlifting. That's what boundaries are. And that's what they offer, a chance to reclaim yourself and live a freer life. What's one boundary that you've been afraid to set? Hold that thought. We'll come back to it. Setting boundaries is okay, and frankly, it's more than okay. It's powerful. The research is clear. They shield your mental health, deepen your relationships, and free you to live as you. Not someone else's version of you, but this isn't about studies only. It's about you. You don't need permission to protect your space. And you don't need to apologize for it either. So here's my challenge for you. Take that boundary that you thought of earlier. Start small if you need to. A polite no, a moment for yourself. And try it this week. See how it feels. And if you're up for it, share your story in the comments. I would love to hear how it goes for you. Because here's the bottom line. You're worth the space that you take up. Boundaries don't shrink you. They let you grow. And until next time, be kind to yourself because you deserve it.